Alright guys, so today's update day, and it doesn't follow along with any of the updates that I've done previously. I decided to skip around a little bit. Now, before I get started into this update, I'm going to show you all this ad I found on Craigslist for a 1983 J20. Now, I'll be honest, it looks really rough. Alright. The ad says 360 motor, 4-speed with Bulldog, 4x4, and the guy took it in on trade. I actually met with this guy yesterday, took it out for a test drive and all that. He bought it, or traded a kid in Elizabethtown, somewhere along the line. I ran into a previous owner on Facebook in one of the FSJ groups that he's pretty disgusted with the condition that it's in now, and honestly, I don't blame him. It's rough, but it's a cool old truck. Has a military-style bed on it. Interior's pretty rough, but the neat thing is, a lot of y'all know that these things like to rot out. Underneath this floor mat here, the patch that one of the previous owners used is a stop sign. Kind of got a kick out of that one. Anyway, it also has a Confederate flag headliner. Thought that was pretty cool. Motor's a little rough. So I went and checked it out. And it's got, I believe it was 196,000 miles on it. Of course, I don't know what's original and what's not. But it's an AMC 360. It's pretty worn out. It's got exhaust leaks because the smog equipment is all still in place and leaking. All y'all in the FSJ world knows how that goes. It had a misfire on one cylinder. It's pretty pronounced, but it ran. It kept running. It's a 4-speed manual. I believe it's a T18. Granny low, non-synchronized first. I believe it probably has a Dana 20 transfer case, and it's got 1-ton axles under it. Big ol' 8 lugs. It's a Dana 60 full float in the back, and Dana 44 HD up front. And let me tell you, this thing, took it out on the highway. It was scary. The clutch was going out. There were no brakes. I was originally going to buy it as a parts truck from a Wagoneer, but got out on the highway. Acceleration was nice. The thing is geared low though, extremely low. In 4th gear, if I've got it hammered, it only hits about 55-60 miles an hour. Pulls just perfect though. But I don't know, I'm considering getting it. Just not quite sure yet, because honestly, with the misfire, kind of reminds me of what mine did. So, what I'm going to do today, since I'd really like to drive this thing again, I'm going to put in a little bit of work. It's about 6-ish in the morning right now. As soon as the parts store's open, I'm going to go and see if I can find a transmission filter for it, change the fluid and all that, because I know there's no fluid in it. Don't want to start it and burn the transmission up, because the transmission's still good, I know that. Maybe do a compression check. If not, I don't really care. Even with the weak cylinder that it has, I'm sure it'll probably still start up and move around. Work on getting some tires on it too. Carburetor's bad on it, and half of it's gone, but since my old Ford is dead, pulled the carb off of it. It's a Motorcraft 2100, which is the exact same thing that's on the Jeep. Not much difference at all, so I'm going to slap it on there and see if I can dial it in. So that's what we're saying today. If I can just get this thing running, the rest ought to fall into place pretty quickly. Changed my own tires. I got a set of tires for it. I'm taking the good tires off my old Ford, putting them on my new Ford. I'm taking the bald Daytonas off of it and putting it on here. Just, they hold air, they're not rotten, they're just bald. It'll be enough to move it around, maybe take it around the block or something like that. yeah, I'm gonna try to get it running, then throw the interior in. Steering column's the main thing I'm working on right now. Need the steering column. So I get that out of the way, see how it runs and drives, get it licensed and insured and all that, start throwing miscellaneous odds and ends back on it. As soon as I get my good air compressor to do the tires, I'm going to grab one of the paint guns and go see if I can find some cheap automotive paint, give this thing a paint job. And I'm also going to strip the wood grain off of it and replace it with camo wrap. And the trim here is going to be painted fluorescent orange like my fridge in the garage. Just for something different. It's going to be like a outdoorsman special. You know, you don't see too many of them like that. So, but yeah, passenger side still looks alright, but the driver's side is faded pretty bad. It became much more pronounced just this year since this side sees the sunlight all the time. Tailgate's cracking up a bit too. Can't tell it as much. It is, the trim is fading pretty bad on it though. Still got plates on it. It has not been registered since 2010. So, make a little trip down to the courthouse, see what we can't figure out there. I'm sure I probably owe a lot of taxes on it by this point. But that's where we're standing on it right now. This is going to be the next thing, the next project. I'm stuck driving the Chevrolet right now. I got some of my transmission issues sorted out. It doesn't slip anymore. It grabs in all gears, torque converter locks up and all that now like it's supposed to. The only problem I have with it currently is second gear is completely gone. So, and 95 was an odd year for the transmissions. Only 95 works. Yeah, we'll just get a quick update on the rest of them too. Old Ford's still sitting back here waiting for a donor. Still got a good cab, and VIN designates it as a 1980 F100. F100's desirable, and so is 1980, so I'm definitely keeping the cab. Frame's alright, but I'm going to need something heftier for my 427 build. I'm afraid I might put a little bit too much torque on it. 80 frames were a tad bit weaker, not much, but just a little bit. The new Ford sitting over here currently. It's drivable. Loaded down with scrap and trash right now. It is drivable. The only problem I have is where I cut the exhaust off. What I've done is order some Flowmaster Super 44 mufflers and a set of long tube headers. And the mufflers got here, the headers are in back order, so we're still waiting on those. That's the only reason I'm not driving it right now. Just as a little teaser, getting back to the Jeep. Fluorescent orange on the trim. Of course it's glowing right now because I got the black light up there. But yeah, fluorescent orange, and this was my latest project, late night project. This is what I do when I can't sleep. Camo is going to be the exact same design as this. It's mossy oak breakup, infinity. That's kind of wood grain I'm going to be using. It's also pretty cheap for what it is. I think I got it pulled up on another tab here. right here if it'll load. I'm out in the shop right now and internet don't quite reach out here, or the Wi-Fi rather. Anyway, it's like for a 24-inch width, there we go, 24-inch width, it's $12 per foot, so I figure I can get the whole vehicle done in 300 or less. Yeah, that's the design I'll be using right there. So anyway, be looking for more updates for that. There's a lot of rain forecasts, so I'm going to try to gather up the parts today and see what I can't manage, but just in case the weather takes a turn for the worst, it'll probably be set back, but there's a possibility of an update today. If not, I guess check back at a later date. Anyway, that's about all I got for this video. Just wanted to give y'all a little heads up and current condition of my projects and all that, so I'll let you guys get back on with your day. I'll catch you later.